We are in Torah Nun Dalet, Baruch Hu, Baruch Shmo, Baruch Hashem. We're here. And last time we learned about the Lashon Hara. That by speaking Lashon Hara, we are creating the power of the imagination, of the bad imagination. כי כוח המדמה הוא כוח הבהמיות. כי גם הבהמה יש לזה הכוח המדמה. והמוציא דיבה הוא נופל לבהמיות. Because the power of the imagination is the power of the behema, of the animals. When we speak on the 4 levels of life. So, the animal, the vegetable doesn't have the power of imagination, and the mineral doesn't have it. It's the power of the behema, of the animals. Yeah. So when you go into the speaking Lashon Hara, looking in bad eyes on people, you fall into the situation of being like an animal. That's not good. Yeah. Now I hear my voice. I can shout.
Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem, okay. Okay. So when you're speaking, you fall to this situation. ועל כן נתגבר עליו כוח המדמה, שהוא כוח הבהמיות. כן, מוציא דיבה הוא כסיל. What does it mean? It means that the man becomes an animal? Yes. As simple as that, you become like an animal. What does an animal do? She have kids, and she plays, and she gets and she fights, and she gets food for herself. She works for the parnasa. What's the difference between a man and an animal? They do almost the same thing. The only thing that is different is that the human being has seichel.
And dibur.
Yeah? The seichel comes out in the dibur, but if the dibur is without seichel, so it's not dibur.
Yeah.
It's like the dog is barking and the cow is mooing, and each animal does voice. They also have some kind of talk between each other. If you go out at night, you hear all the animals. They speak. They speak. They sing. But it's not like a man. It's not the seichel of a man. They don't have the spiritual life. That's the difference between a man and an animal. כי המוציא דיבה הוא כסיל, וכשהדעת מסתלק ממנו, נופל מאהבת השם יתברך, ונופל לאהבת הבהמיות. And when the seichel goes away from you, you fall from loving Hashem to loving this world, the behaviors, what they do. That's what you fall. Why love? Why does he say love? You can say, when you fall from the seichel, you fall from being a human being to being an animal. You fall from the love of Hashem to the love of the behema. Because the love of Hashem, this is the spiritual life. There's no other spiritual life. And the love is the connection. When you love someone, you're connecting. When you love someone, it doesn't make any difference if you live together or you're in a different country. You love him like Eliezer, Hillel's friend, he had this friend for years, They don't live in the same country, they send mail to each other, but before there was mail and telephone, they didn't have any connection between, physical connection. But they love each other, they're connecting, they're waiting, they're expecting to meet again, and when they meet again, they're so happy, meeting. What happened? Yeah, they have connection, This is love. This is love. You know, you can say, okay, animals also have love. They also have some kind of love. I had a friend, and he had a dog, and I didn't see him for, I don't know, maybe 10 or 11 years, you know. And when I came to his house, the dog was lying there, you know, big dog, you know, and I didn't know where to come closer, not to come closer. And the dog just, you know, jumped at me and started yelling and licking my hands and jumping on me. You know, he was so happy to see 10 years.
Wow.
To see him for 10 years, you know.
Whoa.
He just jumping on me, and he grabbed my hand and pulled me to the house. And he was old already, you know. You see his white around his around his face, you know. He was so happy, you know. It's amazing, you know. He remembered. He did have a memory, you know, because he tells us, you know, the animals has the power of imagination. He remembers, you know, it's part of the imagination, you know, the memory, and the pictures.
They wouldn't be able to function without it.
Yeah, they couldn't move without it, yeah. So he has this power, you know, and he has some feelings, yeah. But why does he love me? Because he's Balabait.
Right.
It's not something special for him. He loves because he's a wild animal, you know. Usually they don't, unless you take them from when they are very small,
nice for them.
and you raise them up, you know. Yeah. And even though it's not, you cannot sign it all the time. But you fall from love, you know. The love is the connection between a man and, but there's a love, you know, the right to the right place, and there's the love of the animals. They also have some kind of love. But where does it go, this love? How far does it go? You know, when we love Hashem, you know, it's something so far, something so high that you love it. Like we spoke, you know, and I'm still there, because so I speak about, you know, that we know. It's not only that we believe Hashem is there. We know Hashem is here. You know, He's there. He's here. We know it. You know, the situation. I know Hashem is here. You know, we're coming close to Purim, so. So when, first I tell you the Zohar says that sometimes a woman is born before the husband is born. And she grows up before the husband grows up. Like he is 11 and she's already 12. So 12 is already mature, you know, she can get married. So she gets married. But she gets married to someone else, not to a real husband. And when the time comes that her real husband should take her, Hashem kills this first man, you know, so the real husband can marry her. So the Zohar asks, why does Hashem has to kill him? He can make a divorce, you know, he can make some problems between them, and they can get divorced. So the Zohar answered, you know, this is the Rachamim, the mercy of Hashem, that He kills him. So he shouldn't see his wife being taken by another man. Because this is the hardest thing for a man, to see his wife taken by another man. So even that from the judgment, real judgment, when he looks, even if with a godly judgment, you know, it's not right for him to be killed. He didn't do anything wrong to be killed now. But the mercy of Hashem is to kill him. Now, what happened to Mordechai? The king takes his wife. Like the worst thing happens to Mordechai. The king takes his wife, you know. Esther being taken to Achashverosh Mordechai do? Wow, it's not right. Hashem doesn't behave in the right way. He should behave. I'm a tzaddik. I'm okay. You know why does he do it to me? Why does it happen to me? I didn't do anything. I'm okay. ומרדכי מתהלך בכל יום ויום לפני בית אנשים לדעת את שלום אסתר ומה יעשה בה. מרדכי goes every day close to the house of the women of the king to see how Esther feels and if everything is okay and if she has a good kosher food and what is going to be. Mordechai knows Hashem is doing it. He knows it. It's the worst thing that can happen. I know Hashem is doing it. I know, in my level, I know Hashem is here. I know, I'm sure Hashem is here. But to remember every moment that this is what Hashem is doing, like I'm going to the koilel at night. Okay, so we make a tikkun chatzot. Yeah, you sit on a small bench on the floor, and you say what you have to say on the tikkun chatzot. It's very serious, It's like someone lost one of his family, parents or sister, and he's crying. Why for the Beit HaMikdash? You sit down on the floor, and someone comes to you with how you say magash, a tray with biscuits. You want a biscuit? You sit on the stool, like you're in Evel. How do you say Evel?
Morning.
Morning, like you're mourning, You ask me if I want a biscuit, if I want a cup of tea. So what you...
Lachamava.
What?
Lachamava.
Say, sit with him. When you come to the Evel, you don't. If he's crying, you don't give him something to eat. You wait with him. Sit with him. What can you say? Well, you don't think. Think a little bit before you do something. Hashem sent him. Hashem is sending him. Everything that happens with you is happening with Hashem. The small things and the good things and the bad things and everything. The big things, the small things. Everything is coming up. But what my madrega is after it happens, and after I got upset. Said, no, it's from Hashem, I accept it, it's okay, Mordechai's madrega, I know Hashem is doing it, I know Hashem is here. Now I know it. So this is the love, If you are connected with love to Hashem, so it's not possible that Hashem will do something that is bad for me. Even from all aspects that I look on, is wrong. It's not the right judgment that I should get. I'm a tzaddik, I'm okay. My wife is a tzaddik, she's okay. There's no reason to do such a thing to us. Yeah? But if Hashem is doing it, like the Zohar says, He kills him, why? That he shouldn't see this bad. Like it said, because there's something bad is going to happen, so the tzaddik is... Hashem takes the tzaddik away, that he shouldn't see the bad that is going to happen to Israel. Yeah? Why should it's not his time. This is the Rachamim. This is the real Rachamim. I don't understand it, but this is the real Rachamim. Okay, Yaakov Avinu taught us, pray to Hashem that He'll give you the Rachamim in your hands. That I will decide what is Rachamim. Because then I will decide that the Rachamim, I want the Rachamim that I can understand it's Rachamim. Yeah? I don't want my wife to be taken to the king's palace, and I don't want anything bad to happen to me, and I want my parnosa. Normally, when I don't have parnosa, it's big Rachamim. But it's hard for me to accept it. It's hard for me to take it. Okay, so he brings this pasuk, Ki ata adad ma'asta v'ma'ascha mikahen li. You didn't want the seichel, and I didn't want you to be my servant, to be my Kohen. Who was the Kohen? B'chinat Avraham or Avi? Avraham or my lover. That's the name that Abraham is called. His lover. What did he do? He also did the hardest thing to do. He took his son. I have to, to sacrifice my son to Hashem. Hashem doesn't want man's sacrifice. He told me, I love him, I connect, I feel the good that is in this commandment. But it's bad. It looks like, but really it's good. So this is the servant. He doesn't see the bad, We can see the bad and say, okay, I accept it. It's from Hashem. I believe it's from Hashem. It's hard for me. I'm going to have a heart attack. But, chas v'shalom, no, I can't take it. It's too much.
Look what happened.
Abraham doesn't feel it.
Look what happened to Aaron HaKohen with his 2 sons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron HaKohen lost 2 sons.
Yeah.
V'idom Aaron, okay. Hashem knows what he's doing. And because I love him, I'm connected to him, it's not I accept it and I'm sorry and I accept it. No, I know and I'm happy with what's happening now with me. This is the power of Al Kol Psha'im Techaseh Ahava. On all the sins that your friend does to you, you cover with love. You cover it with love. Oh, he didn't feel good, he didn't know what he's doing, it's okay, it's like this, You can take it. But if you don't love, so everything is bad. This is the point, this is the point of loving Hashem or loving the behemoths. If you love the imagination of the animal, so you love yourself. All what the animal does is doing for herself. It's for me. It's for my benefit, for my own benefit, Like we say, you love fish, you love chocolate. Yes, I love chocolate, You love chocolate, you love yourself. You like to enjoy from the chocolate or from the fish. Yeah? So but if really we love Hashem, so I don't feel anything, I'm in a different space. I'm living in a different space altogether. Like it says in Yaakov Avinu that he waited for 7 years for Rachel. And it says in the pasuk, Vayu be'enav ki yamim achadim va'avato otam. And it looked to him like few days. These 7 years looked like few days. For us, it's the opposite. If I love something and I want it, every day is like a year.
You want it now.
You
want it now.
Yeah, I want it now, and every day is like a year. It takes so long, Yaakov also want it now, but he understood, Hashem takes it for 7. Why? Because the time doesn't play. It
doesn't have a role.
Doesn't have a role. Yeah, it doesn't take any function here. Why? Because I'm not here. I'm connected to Olam Haba. The real long life is Olam Haba. Here is very short time. Only because we're going underneath the time, we're going into the situation of being like an animal, so everything it takes time, an animal doesn't live so long like a man. How long a dog lives? 20 years. Yeah? He's old like 100 years. A butterfly. He lives 1 day. Yeah, some live more, a month, 2 months. It like 100 years because he had a small mind. He has an animal mind. Every minute is years and years, and you can look on the kids. For the kids, wow, Shabbos came. Wow, for you, tick. Just now I made Abdullah, I'm coming back into Shabbos. It's so fast, And the older you get, the faster times move. Why? Because you have more brains, more experience. I'm not here, you know, it's part of my life, but the real life is the spiritual life. So the time here it doesn't take rule, it doesn't have power. And Yaakov Avinu came in Machadim. Like 7 days, 7 years is like 7 days. It's no time. Like Baal Yesod Shosh Avodah, Rabbi Alexander Ziskin. You know, when he passed away, he says, "Oops, Uber gespringen." We jumped off this world. You know, when he was going good to that, we jumped this world. You know, and Rabbi Nachman said, it's the highest. You know, why is the highest? You know, I jumped it. You know, because it's like this. Like you go in there, you jump, finish. It's gone. But someone that is in love with the animal life, you know, I cannot separate from it. How can I live it, you know? And for him to die is a big difference. Between living and dying is a big difference, you know? For the man that was connected all his life to Olam Haba, what's the difference? To live in this room or to live in a 2 meters room? It doesn't make any difference.
Like going to another room.
Like going into another room, yeah. So it's Kedai. To start being connected to Olam Haba. Start thinking, this is my real house. This is my real life. Here it's only, it's a corridor to the big room. It's only, I'm only passing here, that's all. To collect some good things and goodbye. Okay. מבחינת נדמו עמי מבלי הדעת. נדמו, היינו כל כך מדמה. נדמו became silence. My people became silence without the da'at, without the sechel, intelligence, wisdom. There's nothing. Without this, without the sechel, there is nothing. And we said in the other shiurim, you know, we said, you know, what is the da'at, the intelligence, the knowledge? The biggest knowledge is what we got in Har Sinai, Mount Sinai. Yeah. אתה הוראת לדעת. Hashem showed to our
brain.
Da'at, yeah, brains, intelligence, you know, like some words you don't have this word, you know, you cannot, you know, when I was thinking about this show, you know, so I had a little joke, you know, about the English, but it's not to offend other languages, English, French, Urdu, whatever, you know. It's not to offend the other language, but this is the holy language. Hashem created the world with these letters, with this speak. He gave the Torah in this language. So it's there are things that you cannot say. It's not the same. Like when we say the power of imagination. Yeah? It's dimyon. Dimyon, it looks like nidmu. You hear it close. But this is dimyon, this is imagination, and nidmu is silence. Yeah? But when you want to say, listen, if you don't have the right imagination, if you have the bad imagination, you're silence. But I speak, I talk, you know, so many movies they make, you know, in India, you know, the movies in India, it's more than in America, in Turkey, they make movies, you know, so many movies, you know. They speak so much, they sing so much. It's nothing, it's silence. It doesn't mean to say anything. It's like the dogs are barking, just the same. But you see, you know, I see it happen, this go, he came, you know, what the dog is doing, he's going, he's coming. The lions, you know, you follow up after the life of the lions, you know, they go, they come, they fight, they do many things. Very interesting. You can see it now as, you know, the life, they call the life, this company, that photo the animals.
Discovery?
National Geographic?
Yeah, National
Geographic.
Geographic. They have. I was in a dentist, and he had a big, and they saw fish. You can sit hours looking at this. They count the big fish, eat the small fish, they have all kind of this, it's interesting. And it's hours, like you're looking on a movie, on an action movie or any other kind of movie. You look and you look and you look, wow, very interesting. Like someone lives this life, very interesting. For sure, the power of choice, when Hashem gave choice to man, He didn't give him something easy. No, for the simple people, there are the simple choice, for the intelligent people, there is the intelligent choice, If it was the only simple choice, so the clever people, they didn't have any choice, okay, no problem.
No challenges.
No challenge. But here we have the challenge, to choose the right thing. So when we want to choose the right thing to choose is like the time of we got Torah in Sinai. To get to the point that Hashem puts into my brains, into my dad.
Hashem
is here.
In English they translated Hashem showed us to know.
Showed us to know, yeah. It's very strange, right? Showed us to know. What does it mean, showed us to know?
Yeah.
Taught us to know, you have to say. Showed, no, he showed into the brains. Like you're taking pictures, you're taking knowledge and plant it into your brains. Without any work of the five senses. Straight to the brains. And this we can get there every time. If I get to the point that I know Hashem, it's not I believe. I believe it's 7 steps high. But in my level that I know Hashem, there I can get this knowledge into my brains. And this happens most of the time, or by learning, or by davening. This is the time that Hashem we give Hashem, we give Hashem, the chance to show into our brains the knowledge that we need right now. That I am Hashem now, in your situation, this is my job. And now how do you go with it? What do you do with it? How do you live with it? וזה כוח המדמה, and this power of the imagination, הוא מבקש תמיד כלי לשכון שם. He needs a vessel to live there. But okay, what does it mean he needs a vessel? The power of the imagination is a spiritual power. And it likes the shadim. How do you say shadim?
Ghosts.
Ghosts, yeah.
Demons.
All kind of these powers, they were created in Friday before Shabbos. So they were created, they were in the middle of being created, and then Shabbos came in. That's what the Midrash says. So Hashem didn't
Didn't finish it.
I didn't want to say this word, He didn't manage to finish them, with the body. So they need the body, because they're only spirit. So they say, what does it mean? What does it mean? Hashem didn't finish. He didn't plan his movements good enough. He didn't know how long does it take for him. Like this. He could do it Monday, Thursday. In any other day. Why did he do it just now? So they say because Hashem has to use the power of forgetting, because we also have to forget things. We need this power. Like if a woman would give birth and she would remember exactly the pains,
She wouldn't be able to live.
She wouldn't be able to live, and of course she wouldn't have another kid. Yeah? If a man would remember all the misery, all the other bad things that happened to him, he wouldn't be able to live. A man and a woman that would remember all the time the bad times they had together, bye-bye. I'm not coming inside this house again. I had enough. No. Once, twice, but you forget. So you go to work, and okay. So, hello, how are you? Yes, everything's okay. Yeah, what happened with the feelings you had before? What feelings?
Yeah, right.
Before? When? What are you talking about? That was before, I forgot it already. So I have to use this power. So everything we have here, Hashem had to do it at the time of creating the world. So this was the time to use the thing. But in the same time of using this power of being able to forget, who took it? The imagination took it. He is the responsible. He's responsible on our memory. So there are times, that I want to be a tzaddik. I want to be a tzaddik. I want to get up every night, in the middle of the night, Eitik and Chatzot, go to the Sadeh, learn all night, and I want to be, I want to be the best. How long do you think like this?
A day.
A day? Wow, you are a tzaddik. A whole day you think like this? Wow. 5 minutes? Wow, it's amazing. 5 minutes, to have this will, I'm going to be tzaddik now. Now. How long do you remember? You forget it. But you had the picture of you being a tzaddik. I had it. So this is the place where I have to fight against the power of forgetting. I have to fight it. It comes from him. He looks for a vassal to be. Who is the vassal? Me. He wants to jump on me, and to be the superior executor of what I remember and what I not, and what I forget. He wants to be the Barabayit. Yeah. And what I remember and what I forget, this is my life. This is who I am. If I remember the bad times, how do I look? If I remember the good times, I look something else altogether. I go to a car. We go in the kollel. We go to the sadeh. So we go all the guys. Most of the guys are young. They run and they jump and they. Oh, they don't have any derech eretz. They don't have any manners. What is this kind of people, And you can make something stus, run with them, And they laugh, when I run with them, they laugh, they fall on the floor, they cannot do anything. So I can catch the good pace, the good seat. But if I go like this, wow, they don't have any manners, they don't think about anything, I go like this. Maybe someone will get up and give me some, maybe not. But when you make fun with them, you go with them, they're young, what do you want from them? That's how young people behave, they run, they want to catch the best plate, they have all kind of, what do you know what's going on in their mind, So you run with them, they cannot move, because I'm not running, I'm running like this, making a big movements, big movements with my hands. Okay, it depends how you catch the moment.
Can I get that on picture?
On the picture, you have to come. You have to come one night. Look how everybody runs to the cars. There may be 3 or 4 cars that are going to the Sadeh. And everybody is running. There's another guy, like my age more or less, maybe, I don't know. He's a genius, you know. He knows everything. Everything, he remembers everything. And his head is all the time there, you know. Like he doesn't look where he goes, you know. It's amazing. Okay, so, but he has his, his son-in-law learns there, so he keeps a place for him. Okay, זה כוח המדמה, הוא מבקש תמיד כלי לשכון שם. This power of the imagination looks for a vessel. Why? Because he didn't get a vessel when he was created, he didn't get a body. So he looks for my body. כן, הוא מחזיר תמיד לשרות על פי שונה הלכות. He wants always to be with תלמידי חכמים, with whoever learns Torah. למה? Why? Why? Because it says, like, נדמו עמים מבלי הדעת, נדמו, it says they made silence. But the other side is, כן? אימי, כן? אימי אתם. It says, the pasuk says, אימי אתם. You are with me. Hashem says to Israel, you are with me. You are with me. We can think about it. I am with Hashem. He's all spiritual, he's all good, he's all the best. You know, I am with Hashem. How can I be there? So the Midrash says, don't read imi, ami, okay? You read imi. Yeah? What does it mean, imi? You are with me like I created the world with the speech, with the words. You are creating the world with your words. The reason that the world is existing is because there are people that learn Torah. Point. Not the Israeli army, not the Israeli intelligence, not the police, not the Mishmar HaGvul, not America, not Russia, not Ukraine, no, nothing, no. No, the big scientist, no. A simple man, you know, like here, learn Torah, this what creates the world. המחדש בטובו בכל יום תמיד מעשה בראשית. הקדוש ברוך הוא renews the world every day and every minute. All the time, the world is being renewed. All the time. And we can see it on nature also, you know. The flowers, they grow and they die and they grow and they die and everything is getting renewed all the time. But we call it nature. But really Hashem is creating everything. So how does he do it? By having people learning Torah. So the imagination power thinks when he will come to us, we'll create a body for him. What wasn't created in the 6 days of the creation, he will get it now. And we'll create a body, a new body for him. So he looks for these people. So he looks for the important people. You know, the more the Talmid Chacham, the more they are strong in the Torah, the more chance he has that they will create a body for him. So he goes to them. So that's why אם מחדשים דבר בתורה, הוא חידוש נאה ומתקבל. If the Talmid Chacham is not the how do you call it, the Rab, you know, doesn't know how to be careful, and he lets the imagination power rules on his power, so he learns Torah. For sure, there's a lot of good in it, but there's the point of not good. And then when he speaks, everything is clear, everything is soft, everything is smooth. In the time of the Gaon of Vilna, Rabbi Eliyahu in Vilna, there was the Klois in Brod. I don't remember the man that was the head of the Klois. He was an amazing genius, you know. Everything was on his hand, and every one of the Chachamim of the Talmidei Chachamim that had a problem, he came to him and said the problem. This guy, and he would give him the answer, you know. And if he had something new to say, you would come to him, and he would say, it's good, it was no good, One time they had a big question in the Gemara, big question for weeks and weeks and weeks, and all the country and all the, everybody would send answers and questions, and then one time a man came from another place in Europe to Brod, is in Poland, and he told him tables. He told him an answer, and it was perfect. So he told him, it's too nice. It's too perfect. In Torah, there's nothing that goes just like this, perfect, everything goes with it, When you look in the Gemara, you see Rashi on one side and Tosfot on the other side. Yeah? And Tosfot, all the time they make question on Rashi, right? Mm-hmm. And we know, in the Kabbalah, we know Rashi knew all the questions of Tosfot. He knew them. And he preferred it to explain in this way. Why? Because the questions that are in this way are better than the questions that are in the other way. But there's questions here and the question here. So one time I understand better the way that Rashi speak. One time I understand better the way of Tosfot. One time I understand better something that someone else said. But in every place there's a question. Why? Because the Torah is endless. And that's why you need a posek. The man, the rabbi that tells you the halacha, how do you call him? You call him a posek. Mm-hmm. One time we asked Moshe Shapira from Beit Pagani, my amazing genius. He's like the rabbi in Kabbalah of all the Mekubalim, he's the rabbi. Everybody comes to his shiur. So, and he used to give shiur to Balei Chivas in the beginning. So one time we asked him, why are you not a posek? So he said, I don't know how to stop. When I come to this side, I see, wow, it's this side. And then I have a question. And I go to the other side. Oh, here I can also explain it. A posek has to stop. This is the halacha. This is what we have to do. When I need to know halacha, I'm going to a posek. Because if I look on a problem, I can look both sides, or 3 sides, or 4 sides. And they all will be nice and good. But I have to stop. Yeah, I have to put myself in a way. That's each one of us. We have to stop. We have to, the imagination can take us anywhere. But we have to stop. We have to know how to live the Jewish life, the real life. So when it comes to these people that are not aware that he is the balabait of the imagination, of the memory, so he reminds them exactly the Torah they need. That everything will be gleich, will be smooth. But the fact that it's smooth, it doesn't say that this is the truth. Like many times in our life, that we have to do something that is hard for us to do. But this is the truth. This is what we have to do. Yeah? Like with my kids, you want to give your kids everything. What do you want? Sweet? Take. Another? Take. You want to go to the sea? Go. You want to go here? Go. It's not the way to raise kids. But I want to give him everything, and it's hard for me not to give him. But if you look with a good seichel, with a common sense, you say, no, it's not right to do it. It's hard for me not to give him, but I'm not going to give him. Because I love him, I want the best for him. So life is not smooth. It doesn't go straight and everything, I know the answers for all questions. Life is life. It's hard. It takes time to go over a question. It takes time to go over bad things. It takes time. We have to work. We came here to work, not for a picnic, not for a vacation. It's not a vacation. We come here to work. And the work is endless until the last moment. This is the work here. Yeah. The Elu, now we came to the good things. ואלו החידושים, מזיקים לפרנסה. And when you let the imagination rule your Torah, you ruin your parnasa. Why? Because I'm creating the world. If I create the world on the wrong way, no parnasa. Like in natural, I want to grow wheat. Okay, so I plow the land, yeah, and I take the seeds and put them in the sack in my house. Very nice. And they go with the tractor all the way, there and back, and the seeds, I live in my house. Nothing will grow. You have to throw the seeds. And you cannot do it in the winter. If you do it in the winter, nothing will happen. It's not the time. You have to do it before the winter. Yeah? The autumn, then you have to plow but there's no rain. Why do you throw the seeds now into they will get wasted. No, this is the time. The time when you don't see the rain, when you don't see anything, now is the time. You go, okay, so you threw the seeds. What they do after they throw the seeds? They plow again to cover the seeds. Wow, you ruin everything. No, I'm doing the right thing. This is what you're supposed to do. Now, what do you have to do if you want it to grow?
Water it.
Huh?
Have to water it.
Now I'm waiting for the rain. Okay, rain, come down. No, it doesn't go like this. I have to pray. I have to pray. That's what we're doing now. We're praying for rain. So we got enough water. There's enough water in the Kinneret to drink, but the water has to come on the land. If you want anything to grow up, we need the water coming on the land, on the time, like raining time. This is the time now. We need rain. All I can do is pray. If I have the right imagination, if I have the right dad, if Hashem showed to my dad, to my brains, that He is the only one, and I love Hashem, when I pray, it's a different prayer. When I speak to Him, it's a different way of speaking. I'm connected with Him. I know that He's there. Like anyone that goes out there, listen, go out to the field or in the house, in an empty room, speak to Hashem. Not with a book. By yourself. Most of the people, Hashem, I want, I think, in an hour they will take 5 minutes speaking. Why? Because they don't know Hashem is there. They don't feel Hashem is here. How can I say, if I speak to a man, I speak, no problem. But to go speak to the wall, who can speak to the wall? Nobody can speak to the wall. Like in a radio, take a good example, The guy sitting in the studio, yeah? He speaks and he speaks. To who are you speaking? He's speaking to the wall. I'm not speaking to the wall. I'm speaking to thousands of people. There's only walls here. I cannot see anything. Yeah, you cannot see. But I'm speaking to thousands of people.
It's amazing.
Yeah. The same.
It's a good mashal.
Yeah.
Good mashal.
And the same when you come to speak to Hashem. I don't see to who I'm speaking to, but I'm speaking to Hashem. I'm speaking to Him. He's here. He listens to me. Not only He listens to me, He can give me everything I want to do. And not He can give me everything I want to do. He can give me the eyes and the ears and the heart and the brains to understand how to live good life. Really good life.
With what He gives you.
With what I have. With what I have, like this. Like I have to give good life, to have good life. And then you have the parnasa also. Yeah? But to have good life. Good life, it doesn't mean only parnasa. There's a guy, he has everything and he has bad life. His wife goes wherever she wants. His kids go wherever they want, you know. His friends, his friends are only friends because he has the money, you know. So what kind of life he has? The life is in the heart and in the brains. This is where the life is. This is the place of the soul, of the spirit. This is where our life is, really, if we want to live life of a human being, not of an animal. So this is the work that we have to do, to try to find out where the imagination is pulling us. Tells us lie. And like the Sefer Abrit says, the chazaka is that he is a liar. First of all, he's a liar. First of all, everything is a lie. First of all, first thing, when you feel bad and you hate someone, it's a lie. It's a lie. It's the lie of the imagination. Take one step back and think about it again. Hashem is doing everything right. This man is only a shliach, is only a messenger of Hashem. What did Hashem want to tell me by this man? What does Hashem want to tell me by this happening? What happened? Situation. What does he want from me? And then I take the man outside of the picture. He's not the main picture. Hashem is the main picture, and he is speaking to me. And this man he did his job. Yeah, I have to pay him. What did he spit on me? He cursed me. Oh, okay, how much you want for it? 100 shekel here. That's yours. And this is the truth. Because he did his job. Now I have to do my job to understand what Hashem want to say to me. And not let the imagination fool me and tell you, no, you have to hate this man, he's a bad man. Even if he did something bad, And that was his shlichut. How is it shlichut? Message. That was his message. And like the guy brings the letters.
The mailman.
Postman.
The postman, He brings you a letter that you lost $2 million. You run after him with a stick on his head, Wow. Why did you lose? I didn't know. I only brought you a letter. What do you want from me? No, I lost $2 million. It's all because of you. He's only the postman, What do you want from me?
In America, they have an expression, don't shoot the messenger.
Don't shoot the messenger, yeah? Okay, it's not his fault. He's only a messenger. He's only a postman. He brought me a good news, good. He brought me bad news, okay. Nothing to do with him. And that's all life, everything that goes around us is only the postman. To give us the message, what Hashem wants out of me. And then this way I live in a good life. And then when I learn Torah in this way, I create good earth and good sky and good water, and everything grows and gets up, gets away.
Elevated.
Elevated. Yeah, get away. Okay. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen. Thank you very much.